You know what you should do? You
Oh,
should
what
do
should I
like the
do?
Sabrina Carpenter like nonsense outro as the intro to the podcast.
Sabrina Carpenter nonsense outro.
Yeah, you know that. Remember that? And she just makes it up every time she performs. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
I see. Here's the thing: we could have
Why
started
am
this
I?
podcast normally. We could have started this
Yeah,
podcast
you
with an
do.
introduction, and you just decide to bring up some nonsense bullshit that I do not get.
The people will know. The people will know.
Well,
She
they
every time she
listen.
ends that song at a concert, she ad libs the end of it so that it suits the concert venue that she's
All right,
at
I guess
or
that's kind of
something.
fun. Here's the thing.
You should
Listen,
do that every
Sabrina,
episode.
my relationship with Sabrina Carpenter not is that
I've heard
um
one song. I've never even
I've
heard that
no, I
full
know
song.
is that I had the reverse of a lot of people. People know Barry Keegan because of Sabrina Carpenter, but I knew Sabrina
No.
Carpenter because of Barry. I was like, I love this guy. His girlfriend's a
Yeah.
singer. Who the fuck is this? She's got a hit song. That's anyway. Things that do not matter. That's my
You got to
Sabrina
take that over.
Carpenter
Right
story.
before we started, Tyler goes, I'm just going to do the normal in.
Yeah, and you go, all right, yeah, yeah. This is a hero story. Oh, what episode is it? What episode is it?
283. 283.
283. Okay, I was like, Jesus, did
Yeah.
neither of us look? 280,
Still in the old Len Kaminsky Iron Man era. This is a good era
283,
of
dude.
podcast. Yeah, bro.
Oh,
We're close.
we're at the She-Hulk John Byrne era of Fantastic Four.
Would you like to
You know,
see the cover of the Iron Man we're up to?
yes, absolutely, I would say. You know, it's cool, actually. This is a complete
283.
low-key, like a tangent, but you know, I've been reading all these Marvel books um, in the 80s, right? Like month after month. Sick. This fucking sick
Hard
ass
as fuck.
cover.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I've been reading these Marvel books like the month, like keeping up each of them the month that they came out in time, right? So if I'm on like right now, I'm on March 1984 for all the books I'm reading. New Mutants, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Thor, and now I just jumped on Spider-Man. And I think you would think this is cool, but at the end of the Spider-Man issue I just read, which was 251,
They throw a baby in
they kill it. Norman Osborn snaps a baby's neck. No, it's
them.
um
Oh.
Peter gets like a spider sense and he goes, "Oh my god, there's this thing in Central Park." And he goes to Central Park, he gets sucked into a machine and it says to be continued in Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars.
Oh shit. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
isn't
cool
that
as
cool? I was
fuck.
like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, the books are actually like we're getting to Secret Wars." I decided to go and buy the trade because I'm like, you know what? I want to
Yo.
when I hit this in time, like when I get to all of to this point in all of the books, where they all start referencing Secret Wars because it's happening. Yo, this is gonna be cinematic as fuck. Like this is literally
That
gonna
is
be like an
an
Infinity War.
unreal cover for a book that does not that looks okay.
Well, it's I
Looks like an
mean the
80s Marvel
original
comic.
Mike Zeck cover, right? And they did Alex Ross did the pencils over. He did a redo of it.
That's unreal.
What the cover? I'm trying to find the
Yeah.
original Mike Zeck cover of Secret Wars. I like it. I like Mike Zeck. You don't like Mike Zeck? I
Yeah,
think it's cool.
it's good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an 80s Marvel comic book.
Yeah, that's true. But Mike Zeck did Craven's Last Hunt. So it's like he's done some masterpieces, and then he did this stupid book, which I'm very excited. I'm so excited to read. It's literally going to be that era of Marvel's end game that I'm building to.
Mm. Have
But
you read it? You've read it before though.
yeah, I've read it before, but with
Yeah.
I was gonna say with the context, but there is no context because he literally just got zapped away out of the story he was in.
Yeah, it doesn't
But it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be cool, especially reading after because it's weird. 151 comes out in April of 2000 of 1984. My bad, April of
like
1984,
2000.
and then May 1984 is 252, and in 252 Peter has the black suit already, and it has not been
Oh
introduced
wow.
at all in Secret Wars. Isn't that weird?
That is
It
weird,
says the all
yeah.
new Spider-Man, introducing, and you'll see why he gets it in Secret Wars. But it's like Secret Wars issue 8. So you had to wait 8 months to
Yeah, it's
find out why the fuck
so far
why
of the
Spider-Man
way.
looks so weird. Yeah. Anyway, Secret Wars tangent, as we often do when it's the two of
Mm.
us, because
Different Secret Wars though.
yeah, that's true. We don't often talk
Yeah.
about shooter Secret Wars, but
So
it's
when
the
Nick
two of
Fury wanted
us.
them to do their secret mission to Latveria or whatever, and they recruited
Yeah,
Daredevil and Wolverine and
and Luke
stuff.
Cage and
Yeah,
Wolverine.
Luke Cage, yeah.
Secret War. That's
Good
like
book.
your. It is a good book. I was gonna say
Mm.
since the other two hosts aren't here, we obviously have to fill up with Secret Wars talk as we often do.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
JD's dead. JD's died again, even though
Yeah, no, he
you
died
think
again.
You think he could stay down for at least once? Nope, gets right back up.
Wait, where you're far enough in Game of Thrones to know this. Yeah, JD is Beric Dondarrion. So he's
Yes,
waiting for Thoros of Myr to bring him back to life.
yes, but
Yeah.
yeah, I watched
And
I
Hunter
watched The
Hunter is
Godfather
the Hound.
yesterday. I watched The Godfather Part 1 and Part 2 the other day. Um,
Okay.
so now I know this. You've seen them, right? He's Fredo.
I have. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude,
Oh,
do
sad.
you think I've held this opinion for a long time, and granted,
Here we
I
go.
haven't watched it since to change this opinion. I think The Godfather is a perfect movie if you cut out the part where he goes on his little holiday with his girlfriend and wife and gets married and then just comes back to New York and everything's fine, or wherever he comes back to.
Um,
It's
I
like a
like it.
20-minute movie tangent where he comes back and then it's all like so that he can be like sad and depressed when everything goes wrong. But his brother is murdered anyway, so why wouldn't he just be upset anyway? You don't need
Yeah,
to have
and
him
he didn't
marry
need
him and kill his
what
wife.
was her name?
That's
Started with an A. She died.
no idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
But like he would have
she
already had
blew
reason.
up, man.
She
Yeah,
blew up. Yeah. He
but it's
already
I
had
guess
reason to
it's
be
a reason
upset.
to make Michael all the more cold. Like the whole story is obviously about him, like losing himself in this role and betraying even his own family. It's like, oh my god, what has become of this good man? I guess we see it. There we go.
It
Quick
feels like a
Godfather tangent.
DLC that like doesn't fit in the main story of like the original game
Oh,
where like all the events.
it's like a side quel that would be released later. It's like the Siege of
Yeah, yeah.
Mandalore in
Yeah.
to Revenge of the Sith. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you're like, does this okay?
Yeah. Did they add this in?
Really?
It's like when you watch one of those YouTube videos where they intersplice Revenge of the Sith and the Siege of Mandalore from the Clone
Yeah.
Wars. It's literally like that. Yeah.
I was thinking like obviously because now I'm on Doctor Strange and they're finally talking about the whole 5,000 year war that they set up fucking 40 years ago. And like at
Mhm.
the end of all of that, they split Doctor Strange in half and then they just like make it so he has no memories of that war. And it's like that part in that movie is like that where you could just have his memories be erased and it really
Yeah,
wouldn't
and
affect
maybe he'd be the
his
same guy anyway.
character.
It wouldn't
Yeah, he'd be
matter.
the same
You could
guy. Like,
retcon that. Yeah. That
anyway,
was a
good movie.
dream.
I've never seen three.
No, me neither. I mean, why would I watch three?
I don't know, because
Um,
it's the third movie in a trilogy.
but it wasn't
Trilogy.
supposed to be
Yeah,
a trilogy. Yeah.
I know.
Um, there you go. There's Godfather talk for all of our for all of our Godfather heads out there. I often wonder, talking to the audience right now, do you guys listen to hear us talk about things, or do you just listen to hear us talk? Because I'm like,
Yeah,
no
like
one's
is it
here
just
to
the
hear
yeah?
us talk about the news I have, like the fact that they're gonna cast a geriatric Hal Jordan. No one's really here to talk about that, right? Or no one's really here to listen about that. You're
I
here
have
for the
thoughts.
Godfather tangent. But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do have news. We do have news. Should we just start with that
I don't
then?
know. Do you want to know a fun fact?
Oh, here's a fun fact.
Do you remember you're gonna say no, but just I'm setting it up anyway, even though you're gonna say no. But in the 1990 It TV miniseries, the original adaptation of It, there's a
I'm gonna
part
say no.
where Pennywise is sitting up on like the balcony in the library, and he goes, "Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out." It's a funny meme from that movie. Yes, have you ever seen that?
No,
No, I didn't think so. But blew my mind. It's in the book.
it's
Blew
in
my
the
fucking
book.
mind. It's in the book. He says it. And I was just like, oh, okay. They weren't just making shit up. Like,
They were
I thought
like,
that
we have to keep
miniseries was
this. We have to keep this in line. This has to be.
as faithful as possible,
Have some of the
apparently.
other
Yeah.
stuff from that book?
There is a lot. Yeah. Like there's a
That
part in
one
that movie
thing that I
that
haven't read that book, but I know about that
no,
happens.
that's not. I'm not up to that. That's still. I'm like 60% of the way through the book, and that
You
hasn't
scared of
happened
getting
yet.
to
So
that?
I'm worried because I'm really enjoying it. It's a fucking
You're
phenomenal
worried you're gonna
novel. Like
like
it's no, I'm not gonna like it. I'm definitely not gonna like it.
it.
But oh yeah,
Should
they've
we tell the
alluded
people
to
what we're talking about? Is it
the
too
losers
graphic
club
for the
gang
show?
the losers club when their kids gang bang Bev in the sewers so that they can
Yeah.
escape the power of it.
It's a
And I'm
real
not
thing that happens in that book. Listen, I haven't read
yeah,
that book, but I know about that. I'm like, oh my
so
god,
fucking
what
weird.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Steven!
that's weird. And it's like
Steven!
it's such like it's a really fucking well written book and like there is a lot of like there's a lot of stuff in there that obviously doesn't hold up well, but like it doesn't hold up well because Stephen King is writing it to not hold up well because half the story is set in 1958 and the other half is set in like the 80s. So
Mhm.
like when they're in the 50s, Richie's doing all of his various voices, and one of his voices is a uh, N-word Jim voice that
Oh,
he does,
nice.
and it's just like a really racist caricature,
Hell
but
yeah,
you know,
50s
like
America. That's what I love.
yeah, yeah, but then like in the modern day, like it's like his voices and stuff like that. People are like, come on, Richie, like fucking beep beep, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like no one wants him to be that way anymore.
Yeah, that's funny.
So like stuff like that is interesting. There's some really fucking like deep and complex talks about like race in like rural America and like
Really?
racism and like, yeah, like the whole the black spot, which is like it's like it ends up sort of being a jazz club, but it's a club that's basically made by the military because they didn't want like the members of service in the military who were black to mix with like the white populace of Derry. So they like
Okay.
shuffled them off to their own like club, right? And um it sort of takes off and it's like a really like nice place, and then like people from the town start coming there anyway, and so the military gets pissed off because they still don't want people mingling and whatever, because this is like 1947 or so. It's like
Yeah, you
years
were
before
hard
even that.
pressed to get rights if you were a human back then in
Yeah,
America.
yeah, it was not
Yeah.
not a great time, but like literally
If you
like the
lived in America, you had like you were starting at 60% of your rights.
it's like the Dairy
Net.
Association of White Power or something. It's
Nice.
basically the dairy version of the KKK show up and like torch the
Yeah.
place, and it's fucking crazy, and it's dark, and it's really really well written, and shit like that impresses me, and that's the stuff that gives me pause, because then I know I'm gonna have to get to the gangbang in the sewers with a bunch of kids, and
With
that's
yeah,
not exciting.
and if
That's
you're thinking about how well written and detailed everything else is, you just like, oh
oh
gosh,
yeah,
what am I gonna
he's
read?
he's like he's a poet, man. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
line. It's like it's earlier in the book, but there's a line where he says, like the lightning cracks across the fields where oh no, it's like sound cracks across the field where the lightning talks and the thunder walks or something. And like just the way
Okay.
he writes
Bars.
things, I'm like, okay, it's like it's poetic and cool. But I don't really want to get to the gangbang and be like, this is so poetic and cool. Like,
You know what? This could be a bit of a tangent, but have you found yourself to be more of a book reader recently?
uh,
Did you
I've
think
always
did you have you always been a book reader? Let's talk about novels. Let's drop the comic part for a second.
mm,
Let's talk about books.
I read books because I had to in school. I started enjoying books
Interesting.
in university, and then about halfway through university, I discovered the joy of audiobooks, and now I'll do both on a whim.
Interesting. I can never get into audiobooks. For me, it's like it's just having to
Oh,
it's
obsessed with them.
too much time listening to the same goddamn thing can drive me insane. Like
Yeah.
I have audio. I like I don't know if you've seen these, but they're called graphic audio, and they're just Marvel
No.
comic books, but they're audiobooks.
Oh
Like
no.
with like voice acting and sound effects and like really cool. Like it's very detailed shit. Uh, and they have stories about like every single fucking character. I was listening to one about the Fantastic Four, and I'm just like, I'm getting bored. I'm
But
spending
if it
5
cuts out, if
hours
that
listening to
cuts out
this.
the art of the comic book, I feel like you're missing something. Like audiobooks for novels, you don't miss anything.
You don't think
Um,
so?
no, what do you miss?
I don't know. I just feel like I missed something. Like not that I'm missing anything, but like I was never. I really like I was a reader growing up. Like I did like
Mm,
reading books. As in school, English was always my favorite class because you could just talk about stories and shit like that. Um, but I didn't have like what I didn't have. People had Harry Potter and
yeah, no.
all of their teen books that they grew up with. Like, did you have one of those? Like a teen book
Um,
series that you grew up with. People have Harry Potter, people have Percy Jackson, people have stuff like
no,
that.
not
You know what I mean?
really. No, not
Twilight,
really.
Hunger
No,
Games.
I never
I
had a
read
series. They were just books.
I hope someone there knows what I'm talking. Someone out there in the ether listening to this knows what I'm talking about. But I read a series of books when I was a kid called the Alex Rider books, and they were basically tales of a teenage James Bond, where he's like a teenager super spy. And they start off as like really kind of lighthearted. Yep. They start off as really kind of lighthearted, fun spy romps. But then as the character ages, you get to like book 9 where he's like in his 20s now, and it's just like he's being tortured by a supervillain who's trying to come up with some
Mm.
metrics to measure how pain is registered. So it's like this is completely gone off the deep end in
Dude,
terms of tone.
I
So
love that
good.
this series was written like this to have like the name
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
across the
yeah.
series. And then once you get to like the newest
It's just a
book, like they've just run out of
splotch.
space. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so and then there was even another one, and it's like 2 books over. Like,
No, you lost it. Now you gotta have prequels that go in front, so it's evened out. Um,
actually, that's actually a
but I
really good idea.
did read all of those books, and it was like a teenage, like I said, James Bond saga of this kid growing up as a super spy. It was fucking sick as fuck, dude.
We both travel for work. Like I travel, not you and I mean me and my
Yeah,
partner,
no,
but like
you and I
I
travel
travel.
for work quite
You and
often
I travel
together.
for work, yeah, together. Yeah. No, but I travel like 3 hours in a day. She travels like 2.5 in a day. And so if we don't read, we do like mutual audiobook time. So she's listening to something and then I'm listening to something, and then we kind of see how far we get during the week. And I told you about my boy Wayne, who
Yes,
owns a
Wayne.
bookshop in the town that I live. Like I still just go there. I just bought, I'm gonna take the
Oh, here we
microphone
go.
with
He's
me.
taking
I
the
just
mic.
bought this.
He's on the
Bought this.
bookshelf.
This might be not the next book, obviously, because I have to read the one preceding it, but I just bought this.
Doctor Sleep.
So I think
Interesting.
I'm going to do The Shining and Doctor Sleep next because I'm kind of on a king hit.
Do you
King hit. That's
you see
not a good thing, is
King
it?
hits? Am I? Do you find yourself having more time in the day to read than you previously did, or finding more time to read?
Um, it's kind of a balance thing. I mean, yes, because I dropped a day at work, so yeah, like I
Uh,
definitely do.
you
But
have a free
like,
day. Yeah.
it's yeah, it's a balance thing now. Like I sort of just go with what I'm feeling at any given moment. Like I woke up this morning, read Ultimates 4, which we'll talk about soon, and then I
Which
was
we
like,
will
that was
talk about.
I was like, I'll have a look at Daredevil, but I don't know if I feel like reading it. And I like I looked at the first page, and I was just like, yeah, no, this is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to read
It
this right
just
now. Yeah.
felt right. But like sometimes when you try and force yourself to do something, you're like, oh fuck. So
Yeah,
if
you
I
get sick
force
of it. Yeah.
myself to read or do whatever, I just can't.
I
Like yesterday, I read one issue of Doctor Strange, and then I went, I really want to smash up a convoy in the Mad Max game, and so
Yeah, no,
that's what I went and
seriously,
did.
yeah. I what I do is I keep a book in my car. So if I'm ever on my break or something or somewhere where I have to wait, I would decide like I'm gonna read that instead of fucking doom scrolling and watching like TikToks on the
Hmm.
Rizzler or something. I'm gonna fucking you know what I mean? I'm gonna read a book. And so I have in the car right now I have it is oh fuck what's his fucking name, it's the Conan the Barbarian books, a collection of the stories.
Oh,
It's what's the
right.
author? See, I was gonna say Arthur Conan Doyle, but that's Sherlock
It's
Holmes.
not undercoated Doyle.
And I feel so
Sorry, cut me
lame for
off.
not knowing about this. I'm just checking it real quick. Robert E. Howard. Robert E. Howard is the
No
guy that
fucking way I can
created
do this.
Conan the Conan the Barbarian. And so I got a book for Christmas of it's just like it's like a majority of all the Conan short stories because they were produced as short stories in pulp magazines,
Nice.
and they're just so fucking cool, dude. They're just
I
so
want
cool.
I want to show you some of like the random shit that I buy.
Oh, here we go.
I'll
We're talking
do
about books on this podcast. Hope everybody enjoys this. Maybe we'll do a
I'll do like
spin-off
this is
book
just
talk.
so oh, you'll love this. You will
Here we go. He's
love
pulling
this.
books off of his bookshelf.
You'll love some of these. Okay,
Here we
this
go.
is
So
so
he's got
good.
books. We all have random books. I have random books in a different room as well.
All right,
I
so
even have a
I
random book
thought
on my
this
desk right now.
obviously I've owned this copy since I was a kid, right?
Jaws.
And
Yes.
then I walked into Wayne's the other day and I saw another copy, and so I just
Ooh,
bought another
Jaws.
copy of it. But it looks sick.
It does look sick.
And then not written by Peter Benchley because he never did a sequel, but I have the adapted version of
Jaws
Jaws,
2,
which
the
I don't
movie
know if it's
book.
better than the movie, but the movie's not the worst thing in the world. So we'll see, we'll see. If this, I bought it because of the cover. It's a
The
werewolf book.
Godforsaken. It's a werewolf. You have a big
Fuck
werewolf.
yeah, look at that. I bought this the other day. This was very exciting. Alien 3
Alien
novelization
3,
by Alan Dean Foster.
the goat.
Fuck
The
yeah.
goat.
The goat, the goat. This, which Wayne sold to me for
Hound of
like 25
Frankenstein.
bucks. But this thing goes for like upwards of like $200
Jesus, what
sometimes.
is it?
It's it's literally just a short like novella. A monstrous dog-like creature is the evil doctor's terrifying creation in this new Frankenstein tale set against the bleak background of the Cornwall's Bodwin Moor.
Cool.
Another Welsh book.
The blood snarls.
And this, which Wayne put aside, I told you about the Howling Three and how every time I go in
Yes.
there, he's like, "Yo, the Howling Three, I just sold it." But he put this one to the side for me. It's a zombie book called Death Walkers, but it was written by Gary Brandon, and he just saw that and he went, "I'm gonna
Ah,
save this for him." I was like, "Thank
nice.
you."
Good
Yeah, I know
job.
it's so
Look at
good.
you, Wayne.
But it's all just pulp horror shit. Like I've found that
Yeah.
I have maximum and infinite capacity for reading novels if they're horror shit. That's fine.
Uh-huh. No,
Because
yeah, I
like
know
I
I see
read
what you mean.
we're watching Game of Thrones at the moment. I said to Vicky, I'm like, I read the first three books and I just lost like the enthusiasm.
Uh-huh.
Especially like I read the first book and I went, that was just the show. Like that was just season one of the show. And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, that was a lot of time investment for a thing that I'm like, that was
I already
90% the
knew.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then two and three, like I just like, I think I just was like, yeah, I don't like, I love this thing, but I love it to an extent. I'll get back to them someday. I'm
Yeah, I
sure I'll
see.
love them, but like,
But
I can't, there's no
Game of
way I can
Thrones
go
is an
back
interesting
and do,
one.
I can't do book four. I can't do like a
Uh-huh.
feast for crows now. I'm going to have to go back to the start and
Yeah,
read
yeah,
them
I know
all
I see
again
what you mean.
because
But
like,
like
it's been too long.
the thing about Game of Thrones that is interesting, I feel, is because I think I would consider reading them, but the only thing that's stopping me is that I know that for a fact that they will never end. That George will die before he
Yeah,
finishes
no,
them.
he's gonna die. Yeah, and he's got two.
Yeah,
He's got
I
Wings of
know.
Winter and A Dream of Spring, and neither of them will get released.
There's no, yeah, exactly. And I think he's taking a knee, he's running at the clock because he doesn't know how to finish it. And I'm just like, God damn it, dude. Like
Yeah,
this
no,
is your
100%.
franchise is literally going to become a joke because you couldn't finish the story and everyone hates how the story is written. So everyone knows this thing as like a good story that never ended properly.
Yeah, I know that shits me. Like, okay, do you, oh fuck,
I do
you know
care.
spoilers for the show,
I
obviously. You
do
know
care,
spoilers.
but I
You know
know.
spoilers for the show.
No, not really. Not in the broad sense. I know maybe inconsequential things. Maybe not inconsequential. I guess I have vague ideas of who lives and dies.
Do you know
And
anyone who like dies, but maybe it's not permanent?
mm, yes.
Who?
Is it Jon Snow?
Dude, that's where the books end. Dude, that's where the books are at.
Oh my god.
In book canon, they
Wow.
might not get back around to that. Also, do you know like the biggest revelation in that story? The thing that I spent I was going to say years.
No.
I spent 3 years being excited for it. But like,
No.
do you know the sort of reveal regarding like people's lineage and
No.
parentage and all of that? You don't?
No.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. But when I'm not going to say it because it is genuinely my favorite scene, I think, in TV. But when David Benioff and DB Weiss went into like met with George R. R. Martin to make this show. George R. R. Martin went, "Yes, you can make this show if you tell me who blank's parents are." And they went, "It's these people." And he went, "Okay, you can do the show." This reveal that is built up and is executed incredibly in the show has still yet to happen in the books.
Oh
He
my
hasn't got
god.
to it. And it's like, it might be the biggest thing to be like a thing, and he didn't get to it. Like,
Interesting.
that is insane. And I don't think he will, because, like you said, I think bro's cooked. I don't think he's
Yeah.
getting there.
When does that happen
Oh,
in the show?
where are you at?
Season 3.
You got a bit to go.
All right. Yeah, no, I know. I got to get back on it.
It's genuinely, it's so fucking good,
Damn. Cool. I mean, I'm excited to see that.
man. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All
We're
right.
burning through it. Like, remember when I spoke to you the other day? I was like, we're at the start of season four. It was like 3 days later. We're midway through season five. She is
Jeez.
obsessed with it. Yeah.
Damn. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Um, I guess we do have to talk about comic stuff, unfortunately.
That was novel talk, yeah.
Yeah, that was a novel talk. Conan the Barbarian, fun stories. You want to hear real quick? You want to hear a fun Conan story I read?
You know I do.
It's
Yes.
called The Tale of the Elephant. Or no, we're talking about The Tower of the Elephant. And
Okay.
basically, Conan rocks up to this town where there's this thing in the middle called the Tower of the Elephant. And he's asking everyone, he's like, what the fuck is the deal with that tower? Why the fuck do they call it Tower of an Elephant? Because he's from Samaria and they don't have elephants in Samaria. He has no idea what an elephant is. So he's asking them, what the fuck does that mean? Tower of the Elephant, right? And they tell him it's like, oh, it's just what we call it, man. Like the guy that lives there, he moved in, he's like an evil wizard, and he calls it the Tower of the Elephant. So Conan's like, I gotta know what the fuck the
He's like,
deal
yeah,
with this
but you
place.
don't. What the fuck is an elephant, though?
What the fuck's an elephant? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Reel
I
that
gotta
back. I understood
yeah,
all
he's
of that
like,
except the
I
elephant
gotta
bit.
find out what the fuck the deal with this place is, right? So he sneaks into the Tower of the Elephant and he opens a door, and behind it there is a ginormous guy chained to a chair, and he's got the head of an elephant. He's
Oh,
like got the
sick.
head of an elephant, and he's just like a big dude. And Conan talks to him, and he's old and he's frail and he's blind. And Conan's like, "What is your deal?" And this guy reveals that he is an ancient alien god who has crash landed here, and just by coincidence, he's just locked up here. He was traveling the cosmos in space with aliens, and he crash landed here. And Conan's like, cool. I have no idea what the fuck any of that
Yeah,
meant.
that's what I was gonna say. He didn't understand what an elephant is. You think
Yeah,
he's gonna
well, because he sees the thing and he's like, is this what an elephant is? But yeah, um, that's a fun Conan story. It's awesome.
that is actually awesome.
um, all right. Anyway, back to comic book stuff. So the first thing I have here we should talk about is the casting news out of the Lanterns show.
Ah,
So it has
yeah.
been reported by Nexus Point News. Nexus Point News is also the company or the website that allegedly reported that Kumail was going to be Booster Gold, which still has not been confirmed, though it seems pretty likely actually.
Likely, yeah.
Um,
Because didn't someone
but
say someone said something about it, right?
Blue Beetle did. Yeah, he said something about it. Wait, I don't know if he was
That's
just
right.
responding to. I don't know. That doesn't. I guess. I feel like they would have said yes if it was true, but also, why is he not saying no? You know.
Mm,
Um, but there's been reported that the role of Hal Jordan in the Lantern Show has been offered to
yeah.
Josh Brolin,
Yeah.
who is 56,
Yeah.
56 years old.
No,
He's
like
listen. Here's the thing: Josh Brolin, Hal Jordan, grizzled veteran. I like the idea of he's 56 years old. His birthday is the day before mine. That's cool. Um,
oh,
he's I like the idea of in this Lantern show in this universe we have a veteran Hal Jordan. He's already a Green Lantern legend. Um, I like the idea of that. But does Josh Brolin scream Hal Jordan to you?
no.
Yeah, I don't think so
No.
too. He seems a bit
And not
too
because
grizzled.
of I just think of I'm just thinking of Cable and like obviously
Yep.
he isn't Cable, but he does like moody and dark so well.
He does look the
Um
cigar smoking grizzled dark guy. He doesn't because
oh
like
my God, dude, Deadpool fucking called it. So dark and gritty, you sure you're not from the
if
DC
you're
universe?
that you look at
Oh
that,
my
that's good stuff.
God. Like
Um, but I think because when you think Hal Jordan, even when he's older, because he does get older in the pre-crisis canon, when he becomes
but you still
parallax and
want
everything.
cocky and funny
Yeah,
and
he's
like
still he's like
cool guy.
yeah, exactly. There's like this arrogant charm to him that isn't like a grizzled veteran. Like he is a vet. He's been through some
Mm.
shit, but he's an example. You know what I
Do
mean?
you want to hate
Like
me?
do a what?
Do you want to hate me?
Oh, here we go. Sure.
You know who would be perfect for an older, grizzled Hal Jordan?
Go for it.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion is that guy.
As everyone
Dude,
this is what
this
everyone said
is
forever, right?
this is what everyone said forever, and I don't want to look. I don't really give a shit. It's Hal Jordan. I don't give a fuck, right? I
Uh-huh.
don't care. I don't. It doesn't affect my life. However, when I think about it, it does feel like maybe one of the biggest fucking misses out of the gate. You get the one guy for the wrong lantern and you cast a different guy as the lantern that you should have cast the other guy. Like that's so close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It's
I
like casting. It's like casting Robert Downey Jr. as like Crimson Dynamo. Like, oh, you were so close.
yeah,
Guy in an armor. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right, but not the right one. Like
yeah.
you were there. You're almost there.
It's funny.
Balls.
um, I yeah, I mean, have we've heard about also besides Josh Brolin, there's other
It was a
people that
name I
apparently are
liked.
backups. There was um Chris Pine.
Yes, that's better.
There
That's way
was
better.
there was
That's
Matthew
way
McConaughey.
better. That's funny.
It's still better, but yeah, weird. And there was Ewan McGregor.
Oh,
Yeah, what thoughts on that? Thoughts on Obi-Wan Kenobi? Ewan McGregor, who is a great actor besides Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think he'd be much better as a Black Mask, personally.
Do you
That's me.
think so? As a fun, flamboyant, gay black mask?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem with that. I know you do, but
Uh,
I think out of
I'm gonna
those, Chris
scrub
Pine
that.
is probably.
Chris Pine's
I think
he's perfect. Yeah,
that's the guy. Yeah, I didn't
but
even think
Hunter
about that.
apparently said he said he wasn't going to do any DC movies, Marvel movies, which I buy. I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
he's busy. He's also
I'm
he is aging. You know.
I'm sorry, but if you give Chris Pine, you say Chris Pine, here's a boatload of money, come back and play an actual superhero instead of Wonder
Yeah,
Woman's boyfriend, like,
yeah, but is also the same character, kind of, pretty much the same guy. Um,
oh
I
yeah,
mean, for
Pilot.
fuck's
Oh
sake, he
yeah.
played. You know who's the same character as Hal Jordan that he played is
Oh,
fucking Kirk.
Kirk,
Kirk is
yeah.
the exact same character in those
Dude,
movies
I
as
was
Hal
the
Jordan.
gears were turning and I was going Picard. I couldn't fucking think of the
Yeah,
name. I was like, what's his name? Yeah, you're right.
Pine's Kirk is just fucking Hal Jordan. So
Yeah,
just
Pine's Kirk is also the best one.
ooh, come at him, liberals.
Is that true? Is that true? I have no idea.
I've watched. Fuck. What are we doing a Star Trek tangent for now? Because I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
answer that question. But I've having watched some of the original series and the movies, I
Mm.
like the fact that everyone actually understands that Kirk is a piece of shit.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
no
yeah.
one
Yeah, he's a
and they
dick.
stop vouching for him at a point. Like in
Yeah,
Star
good.
Trek the motion picture when
Oh, that's a
he
bad movie, bro. That's
but
not a
he's
good movie.
but he's on the he's on the ship. They let him on the ship, but this has a different captain. And Kirk basically invokes his like superiority and says, I'm actually going to take over as captain of the ship.
Mm.
And then the guy's like, you fucking asshole. This was my first voyage. And you're just, what are you doing? Like sticking your dick out at me, like,
Yeah.
this is supposed to be my ship. And Kirk's just like, oh, yeah, what am I doing this for? I'm old. I like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Yeah.
There's our Star Trek talk. Also, we're getting
Mm.
everything in. I got a separate post-it note of all the separate topics we have to get through.
They really killed Spock and then unkilled Spock.
Yeah, yep, they did.
That's unfortunate.
um, Final thoughts on Ewan McGregor? You didn't really answer.
No, but there's got to be a role for. I don't see Hal Jordan. I just can't. Like I keep trying to force my mind to it. And I just can't see it. But there's got to be someone for him that's cool.
In the DC
Doctor
universe,
Doom, maybe. Yeah, Doctor
in the
Doom.
DC or Marvel universe, like, do you either one?
Uh, wow. I mean, he's got an easy in with Marvel because it's already Disney.
Who would he
But
be though?
who the fuck would he be? Shang-Chi, maybe?
I mean, I like the sound of that. Do you think he could
uh,
be maybe like that's a difficult one
yeah, I know it's
actually.
hard, isn't it?
You because I like Ewan McGregor, but I can't really name because he could do a lot of things. He did the fun quippy Kenobi, but Doctor Sleep,
Oh,
he's like a zombie walking through life. He's excellent,
yeah.
Um,
What I just feel like he should be in a suit. I want him as a suited, like a purple man. He could be a good purple man, I
ooh, just as an
guess.
evil fuck.
Like I feel like he could do that. I just feel like he should be
Oh, this is an
suited. Does that make sense?
interesting. Yeah, this is an interesting article from 2014. It says Ewan McGregor linked with Doctor Strange. Do you think they ever would have cast him as
Interesting.
Doctor Strange?
I mean, walk it. How close was Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, that's an interesting fucking damn. That's a
Yeah.
weird one. Someone has here Hank Pym or
Okay.
Green
Okay.
Arrow. Anyway, I was just looking
He'd
up
be a good
Marvel.
beast.
Sure. I'm like, what are you talking? Oh, Beast, the big
Yeah,
blue
beast.
furry beast.
Yeah, big blue fur. But
A lot of
he
people are
would be
here
endearing.
saying Doctor Strange. Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's too late.
Yeah, no,
cast
it is too
someone
late.
different.
Yeah.
Someone. What about the leader of the
The
Serpent
beast.
Society, the wind blower,
Sidewinder.
blow wind sidewinder.
Yes, there we go. I mean, he could come back for a DC
We
movie
call him
considering
Blowwinder.
Blowwind. Ooh, this is a fun one for Ewan McGregor in a DC movie. Uh, Jason Blood slash Etrigan the Demon.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because then you get the best of both worlds: suited man and
Yeah.
then big monster,
Makeup. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like he'd have fun with that.
and he
Constantine.
do
Love him
good
as
rhymes.
Constantine.
Yeah,
You've seen Train
he'd
Spotting?
be a good Constantine. Yes, I have. I've seen train spotting,
Spotting.
and T2, which is a
Uh-huh.
surprisingly good movie. I thought.
Is excellent. He would
I thought it was
I
good.
like the idea of him as Constantine.
Oh no, I like that a lot.
I
Yeah, you're
just saw
right.
a weird one
And
also from
again,
Marvel.
suited. He's in a
Yeah.
suit. Should be
Weird
in a
one from
suit.
Marvel. Anyway, this will be the last one we say. Charles Xavier.
Trainspotting 2 is a good movie. I'm just saying.
I'll watch it. I like Train Spotting 1.
It is a good,
Uh,
it shouldn't be as good as it is, but it's good.
Ewan McGregor, Charles Xavier. That's one I just saw. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I'd go with
If
it.
you're down.
Yeah, yes, actually. Yes, I'd go with that.
That's a good one. Let me
Could,
cross
would
out.
he do one of would he do one of these? Would he do one of these?
He would absolutely do one of those. He'd have fun with it. He's got
Fuck,
a good bald.
I'm all for
Yeah,
that.
he was really
What
good with
about
the buzz cut in Train Spotting. Yeah. Um,
yes, that's true.
I'm,
What
I'm
about
gonna
as
cross out.
Gambit?
Oh, mon ami. I'm crossing out old Hal. The note I had was old Hal. What's
that's
next?
news.
Okay,
Venom
this
Frog?
next one, the next note I have is Joker sucks, and in parentheses I wrote folle et douce. Thoughts on Joker 2's reviews? So
I'm
Joker
I'm I I'm excited, honestly.
Joker
I
2
saw them.
started on Rotten Tomatoes, debuted with a 56, so it's a rotten.
Mm.
Um,
It's gone
which I
up to
honestly,
60 now, though.
oh, it's on 60 now, so it is fresh.
Fresh, just. You don't understand what.
Um, who's surprised about any of this?
Yeah.
They didn't love the first movie either.
Ooh,
What's it
it's
at
gone
now?
up.
61. Yay.
Yeah. Wow.
But they didn't love the first movie either anyway. So
Yeah, and like also people have been shitting on this movie like since the first trailer. Are people really surprised? That's the first one that has 600 reviews,
yeah,
critic reviews. That's insane.
the movie was everywhere. I know we talk about it all the time, but like genuinely 2019, that movie was fucking everywhere. An R-rated movie that made $1 billion.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's
They'll never do that again.
I still don't understand how. No, never. That will never be beat. But
Oh,
I,
Wayne's posted some books.
I still don't understand just the discourse around it, any of it. But at the same time, I am kind of still excited for Joker 2. Like I'm happy that I'm gonna be. I've given up caring that it's stupid. I'm just like I'm gonna watch the fuck
I
out of
don't even
Joker
know.
2.
I actually don't even know when it's out here. I haven't even
It
looked
says
at.
it's or first week of August, maybe first week of August, first week of October,
Let me have a look.
I think.
I'm gonna see if it's when it's
Um,
out at my cinema.
but I'm definitely fucking seeing it. Obviously, we're gonna have a
Give me
review episode, right?
upcoming movies. Where the fuck is it?
Joker 2,
Oh, here it
Joker
is.
Folie à Deux, Joker 2.
Oh,
It's
what?
released October 4th here.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, October 3rd.
Okay, yeah. It's my mom's
Well,
birthday.
yeah. Is it?
I'm gonna cross out Joker Folie à Deux.
Can I show you something? Just like this is so not podcast related, but it's
Oh,
like
here we go.
personally exciting. I bought it. So I bought a TV, right?
Yeah.
And we had a really shitty like just TV unit. It was just this weird like they were like black trays, sort of
Okay.
display stand things.
Weird.
I bought a lot. Look at this TV unit I bought. Isn't that
Ooh.
nice?
Ooh. I
Isn't
like
that
it.
nice? Look at that, bro. The vibes are on.
And when you wipe it, that's the type of eater when you wipe it. You know?
Yeah, that's good stuff. We got it for cheap from a pair of Richies who were downsizing. Good stuff.
Hell yeah. I'm
Yeah,
trying
anyway.
to really read what I wrote here.
Fucking me right now.
International Airport of Yap. I'm trying to read what the fuck I wrote here. I wrote Venom. Venom Frog. I wrote Venom
Yeah,
Frog.
Venom Frog. Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
really could
Venom
not
Frog.
read what this said. For some reason, somehow, I found concept art on Twitter of a Venom Frog for Venom 3.
Insane. So it's real.
I don't know. I just saw it and I sent it in the chat, but it's a venomized frog.
I hope it's real. Honestly, I fuck with
I hope
that.
it's
I
real
fuck
too.
with
You know, I'm like, yeah, Joker frog, Venom frog,
that. Joker
Joker
Frog.
frog,
Oh man, that'd be even better.
Venom frog. I really couldn't read the note there though, but yeah, I did write Venom frog. Let's cross out Venom frog.
Can I show like this isn't again, this isn't. Oh, Creature Commandos comes out December 5th on HBO Max. Yay.
Cool.
Um, this is not. I mean, it's sort of podcast related. I sent it in the chat, but the design for the new Wolfman movie by Lee Winnell,
Oh
who
yes,
love we Linnell, Lee Winnell did the Invisible Man,
great
famous for
movie.
Saw.
Yeah.
Aussie,
Did
Aussie,
he do
Aussie, oi, oi.
Upgrade?
Did Upgrade. Fucking love
Great. Yeah.
Upgrade. The
Yeah.
movie's
Yeah.
fucking excellent. However,
Anyone else
I don't know
sick?
what is going on with this Wolfman design, but it is not
Blah.
it.
he
What is
looks.
that supposed to be? I know this is like a
He looks
guy
like.
just.
This is
It's a,
gonna be. You know what? Here's what came to my head. Ready? The story for this character, this looking character. It's like
yeah,
if
what?
Santa Claus crashed in like the middle of like rural America, and he forgot who he was, and he had to rebuild his life, and he turns crazy. That's what it looks like.
It's so. Oh my god.
That's
Five
me
Nights
out
at
of
Freddy.
the international airport of Yap. Um,
Oh,
okay,
that's
here I have a note that says no fun bat. What I mean by that, this is short language for myself.
yeah.
Matt Reeves said in an interview that they will never do more fantastical elements in his universe.
Yes, he
That the
did.
fun of it for
However,
him is keeping everything grounded and realistic. And so there will never be like you can bend the rules of physics, but you're never gonna have magic, is what he's basically saying.
I think what's more important here is the other Batman universe related story. I would like you to tell the audience about it, and I'm gonna sit here looking smug.
What? Oh, okay. The other right. Okay. So he's talking what he's talking about in this month, September, we get a Penguin show. And a couple of
Yes, we do.
months ago, maybe a year ago,
Mm,
Hunter and Harper made a bet on whether or not
mm.
Robert Pattinson's Batman would appear in said Penguin show.
And you
Harper being
backed
on the
him.
side that he would not, Hunter and I being on the side that he would, but I believe they actually put money down on it. Somebody, we'll go back and we'll find it. But
We'll
I did
go.
not.
Yeah, someone find that.
I said I remember saying distinctly, I will not be in this money bet. I don't really care, but I think he might. But
Mm,
he won't be in it. They said he won't be in it.
yes. Which I've forgiven Hunter his debts on a couple bets before. I'm
Yeah.
collecting this time. If like Batman does not, and like I'll wait for it to come out. I mean, it comes out very soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It comes out like this. This starts this month.
Like they could be lying. Maybe they're lying to keep the surprise up. Although why
Yeah.
would you fucking say it? I'm collecting. I want to know what it is. Someone find it. Someone clip it. I
I
want to be
really,
paid.
really hope he didn't say something fucking stupid. If
No,
he
I think he
said,
would have said like 50 bucks, but
but if
I'm
he said,
collecting.
imagine he's like $1,000.
I actually think, hold me to this. I will quit until he pays me if he tries to weasel his way out.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
Hunter is the kind of guy that would say something and go, "Oh no, I mean I was joking." Like he would weasel his way out of
Yeah,
it.
he
He
would. He would.
absolutely
You're not
would.
gonna give the man some time.
No, I'll
Like,
give him some time, but if he tries to be like, "Well, I was just joking,"
think about his
like
mental state. Think about where he's at.
I'll I'll yeah, no, I guess I can't now. Um, but like, if he
No,
says, "Yeah,
you know what?
sure,
I
give me a
understand.
minute," and I'll get there, I'd be like, "Yeah, cool, I'll give you a minute." If he tries to play it off, it's war. I'm going to
It's
war.
what, yeah, you're gonna, yeah, you know what?
King in the North.
I'm not taking sides on this war, but I will be happy to watch it unfold.
Okay, this is good.
That I'm crossing
I
out the
wanted
bad
him to
stuff.
be in it. I wanted him to be in it.
What?
Batman. I wanted him to be in it.
Oh, I was like Hunter. What are you talking about? You want a Hunter to be in
Yeah.
it? Um, yeah, yeah. No, I would. I mean, obviously, because you know what? It's not even like I'm really care about the like. I don't really care to think like, where's Batman? Like, I get it, but I don't really
Yeah.
care. It's its own show. I understand that. but I like Rob's Batman so much. I really
Yeah.
I uncharacteristically just want to squeeze everything we can
Yeah,
out of
that's
that
where I'm at
character.
too. I
Yeah.
want like I just want to have the cameo so I can be like, well, Robert Pattinson has actually appeared as Batman in two things,
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Batman and one episode of The Pit. Like, I
Yeah,
want that.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
want
No,
that in the same
exactly.
way that I have Daredevil showing up in She-Hulk for an episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
just want
exactly.
that to
I
add to the
just want
appearances.
all of the possible content. I hate the word content, but you know what I mean. All the
Mm.
possible things like entertainment I could get out of that character.
Before they
I want
shuffle him off and then
before he
cast
yeah.
Michael Caine as Batman. Yeah.
I was gonna say Finn Wolfhard, but Michael Caine. Yeah, Michael Caine works. Um, but yeah, you know what I feel the same way about. I'm at this point with Tom Holland Spider-Man too. I'm like, can we start fucking squeezing the
Yeah.
content out of that
Yeah,
goddamn character, please?
but that man has had two Avengers movies. He's had three solo movies.
Yeah,
And
he's
like
but he
he's had a
just
Captain America crossover.
started
Yeah, but
the
he's been in
movie.
six movies.
But
Rob has
his
been in
think about
one, and
this.
the second
His
one was in
trilogy
doubt.
ends at the beginning of the fucking story.
Do you know what takes me out of the Batman? And this is
What?
so random, but at the end
Great
of the movie,
movie.
when they're riding through the cemetery together, I turned to her and I went, you know, there's a really funny set video where like the Batman actor like stacks his bike, and
So
every time I see that scene, I can't not think of it
such a
because it
beautiful
was like the first
scene.
time we saw the bat suit. Remember,
Yeah,
like because we saw he had the lenses, and we went, is that gonna
yeah.
be the suit? Turns out no, that was just for the driving. But like, yeah, he just like stacks the bike. It's all I can think
Such a
about now.
beautiful scene ruined by what we know about it.
You know what I think people are wrong about too? People say that the Joker scene that they released on like YouTube and stuff after the fact, they went, "Oh, we're glad they didn't include this because it takes away of the threat of the Riddler." I think bullshit. I think that scene should absolutely be in the
You
movie.
think it should be in the movie? I think
100%.
I don't think it was. So I listened to Matt Reeves has actually commentary over that scene where he explains why it's not in it. But he said it's not because it would take away from the threat of the Riddler. It's because test audiences, having seen the Joker, just assumed the Joker was behind everything.
Okay.
And so they were just like, oh, he must have been
That,
behind all the Riddler stuff. He must have been behind everything in the first place anyway. So I guess it added more confusion. But it is a
but
good
like
fucking
anyone
scene.
with a brain who's watching it, it's like that's not what the scene is either. He's like, "Hey, there's
Yeah.
this new thing showing up. Can I have your opinion?" And he's like, "Okay, that's it."
I love it, by the way. I love
It's a good scene.
because the way he described as well, Matt Reeves, having said that they shared something on their first encounter that like maybe will start to unfold. Like they know each other, like their first encounter, we don't know about it yet, but like they had some weird connection in it
Mm.
that maybe becomes important as these stories unfold. And I just love the idea. It's kind of like how Insomniac's doing it, where it's just like, yeah, we've done Green Goblin, we've done Joker, yeah, but we're actually gonna we're gonna build you to this big final climactic battle. Do you
I was
think they're
thinking
gonna
about
build to
Spider-Man 2.
Joker? Oh, you're thinking about Spider-Man
I
2.
don't, dude, I don't think they'll get to Batman 3. I think this is absolutely a
Really?
duology. 100%.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'll
100%.
take it. I guess I'll take it.
I'd put money down on that.
Interesting. I'm not gonna take that bet because it would be so many years until that's collected.
That there's no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I've learned to live with it.
I don't think so.
You
Yeah, I
know.
was thinking of Spider-Man 2. What a mid-story.
All right.
The
Sure.
game.
Yeah.
The game.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's just it's so like
But Green Goblin, I'm
I
excited.
saw someone say, wow, Spider-Man 2 really came and went, didn't it? And I think it might be the single biggest came and went game I've ever fucking heard of that
Mhm.
wasn't Concord. Like it
Which
really just
literally is gone already.
it's gone
Yeah.
already. Like it just felt like, oh, okay. And that's
Yeah.
it. Like,
No, I think about it all. I think about that sometimes too, where I'm like, I enjoy it. I like it, but clearly Sony rushed this out. Clearly they were not done with this.
yeah.
They didn't get to
I
do
like
everything they
Miles's
wanted to
new
do.
suit. Anyway, you can scratch that sticky.
um,
That's Spider-Man 2 talk done.
it's number two. I have this written down. This is the last bit of news. And I told you that I was going to put something that's not comic book related.
Oh, yes, you did say this.
Did you see the trailer for the Minecraft movie?
Oh my God, I did. Yes, let's please talk about it. What the fuck was that, man?
Was that the worst looking movie
Yes.
ever made?
Yes.
Is this going to be the worst movie ever?
I think it might, dude. I saw it in the morning and I said to, like, it was before we were going to work, and I said to Vicky, I'm like, can you remind me to show you the Minecraft trailer? Because it might be the biggest abomination I've ever
Oh
seen. Like,
my God. Nothing about it on any level works in the slightest at all. First
yeah,
of all, it's just
yeah.
all green screen, obviously.
It's so
Um, it's
bad.
going back to that trope of characters get pulled into the fucking video game. Like I
Yeah.
thought we moved past that. I thought we were telling narrative stories in this universe.
Oh my
No, we're
God.
doing Jumanji.
We're doing
Okay.
Jumanji again, which,
Um
yeah.
and then none of the jokes land, obviously.
Oh,
And
it's
then we have in
so,
the center of it, we have Jack Black as Steve from
yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah,
Who Jack Black just plays Jack Black now. He's
yeah.
become the Rock of his own little sort of thing where he's just Jack Black. This not that Steve is this beloved character that we all love Steve from Minecraft.
Look how funny he is.
But
Jason
Jason
Momoa in
Momoa.
funny jacket with funny girl
Well, it's
hair.
even
Haha.
like you can, and I hate being this type of guy, but I'm gonna do it for this because it really deserves it. But you can see this is one of those movies where you could see the diversity quota on, you know what I mean, as the main on the main cast. You know what I mean. You can see that they had a corporately made check boxes to fill. You know what I mean. Um, it's
Oh
also
my God,
called.
he looks so out of place up the
Yeah,
back.
look, see,
Look
you know
at
what I mean,
him.
though? They're like, we need a
I
white
can't.
kid, we need a white girl, we need a black woman, and we need Jason Momoa. those are that's what we need. Also, it's it's also
Can someone
called.
tell Jack Black to shave the beard? Because it's like it was
Yeah,
funny when it
I
started,
don't
but
love
it's
it.
not that good now.
It's
Oh,
also
he's so good.
called
He's Brian at the end, isn't he?
Hero Brian. Oh, that's epic. Actually, there we go. I love that.
That's so what it's going
Um,
to be. He's actually going to be the secret villain. Oh my
do you
God,
think?
it's
Oh, also, by the way, I hate it. It's also called a Minecraft movie.
yeah.
Terrible fucking title. Is Are you gonna see this?
I like
It's gonna make a
I
billion dollars. People are gonna go see this because it's the ultimate. Every year
I'll
has a
say it. I'll
camp
say it on a
shit
public
movie.
podcast. I'll pirate it. I'll pirate it.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the
It just does. It
it
just
just
doesn't.
looks so
It's
bad.
just a
You
nightmare.
were you a Minecraft kid? Did you grow up on Minecraft?
Yes, but like everyone did.
Yeah, no, but everyone did. Yeah, that's very true.
I
Pig
actually wanted
sheep.
to say that on the podcast, dude. Hunter's fucking comment he sent the trailer. One of you sent the trailer, and Hunter
Yeah.
went, Minecraft might be the game I have the most hours in. And I was like, who are you trying to impress in this chat?
Oh, you're
Everyone
a
has
real
played Minecraft
Minecrafter.
for like fucking 1,000
Yeah, no, we
hours,
all grew up
bro.
on
Like,
Minecraft. Yeah. Even
it's
I
not
played
that
less Minecraft than my friends. I've played a lot of
a
Minecraft,
lot of Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
yeah,
so funny.
I love it. I'm gonna see it. We all love
Yeah.
Minecraft. We all love
It
Minecraft.
just
Every
looks
it
atrocious.
is absolutely a universal game as well. It is like I gave it to my nephew for Christmas. On day one, he was like pissed off because he didn't get it. He's like, I fucking hate this. This
Wow.
sucks. I keep starving. I keep drowning. You know what I mean? Like getting killed by
Mm.
mobs and shit. And over the past 8 months, he's like, check out my diamond sword. I got enchanted diamond. I'm like, fuck
Oh,
yeah. You know what I
fuck
mean?
yeah,
Like,
bro.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like one of those games where it's just like you
Well, it's
just
an
get it.
urge. Every like 5 years or so, you just go, "Oh, I wouldn't mind playing Minecraft for a little bit. And
Yeah,
then you
yeah, and
play
you
it for
do it
like
for
two
a
weeks
couple of days. Yeah.
religiously. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
it's over.
exactly. Yep. Yeah, no, exactly. I think
And
that's a
like
very
Minecraft, I
familiar
think
feeling.
for me, like when I played it when I was younger, I enjoyed it a lot. The older I got, the more lonely it felt. Like
Interesting.
playing Minecraft like as a like I don't know, let's go 24. It was the last time I had COVID, and that was when I last played it. I felt like hollow and empty, and like I would see all like I'd built like a castle, and I had like all the animals, and there was a village not far away, but I could just feel like I'm very alone, and this is
this
very
this
lonely and
world is
sad, and I'm
empty.
just in my room playing it, and I feel sad and alone, and
Uh-huh.
like there's no emotion, there's no characters, I feel nothing, and
Uh-huh.
I just felt the emptiness of the world, and I was like, oh man, it just like felt sad. Like I was like, I can't do this
Yeah, you
anymore.
know what? I'm gonna say I might have been like, I'm gonna go play Minecraft after this. Now I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna play
No,
Minecraft after this.
no, I'm not. I'm gonna go play Mad Max, and I'll be in the fucking wasteland.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Fortnite. Uh,
Doctor Doom, I'm Robert Downey Jr.
we really gotta get on Fortnite, by the way. Like fucking for
I'll
real,
play,
man.
dude. I will play Fortnite with you. I keep saying I will, and then you
Today,
never.
tonight.
I'll play it. Yeah, okay. Yes.
All right. Well, we might not record that, but you and I are gonna
We
play
might not record. I will
Fortnite.
play it.
All right, here we
I'll
go.
play it.
Um,
I'm off for the next 3 days. Pick a day. We'll
crossing
play
out
my.
Minecraft.
I said Minecraft.
No, I know. I cursed down. I wrote it down on the sticky note. So on comics now, I guess, right?
Oh no. But what else did you read outside of Ultimates?
I actually picked up a bunch of books, but I haven't really read them yet. But the only issue I read this week also was Absolute Power, issue 3.
Okay.
Um, it's a good event. It's actually a pretty good event. I'm enjoying it. Dan Mora.
Yeah, more of that.
Like, look at this panel. It's just creepy.
That is
You know.
creepy. Oh
Um,
fuck, dude, you're gonna love this. Maybe you're gonna love this. Actually,
uh,
I said that. I don't think you're gonna give a shit either way. But let me find it.
let's see. Probably not. There's, what was funny in this issue? So two things. First of all, Mark Waid said he promised that we would get an interaction in this issue of two characters that have literally never met ever before in a DC comic book, never
What?
spoken to each other.
Is that true?
Yeah, and it was, and you're when I tell you the two characters, you're gonna go, oh yeah, why would they ever talk? It's
Oh,
Nightwing and
okay.
Big Barda. They've never spoken to each
Fair
other.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah, they've
okay,
never
that's true.
spoken to each other ever in a DC comic book before. So
That's a good
Mark
point.
Waid gets to write their first interaction, and it's fun. Bart is
Yeah.
basically saying that she wants to kill John Kent, who's been corrupted by the Brainiac Queen. So he's like cyborg evil Superman right now. And she's saying, like, I got a kryptonite bullet. We're just gonna shoot the fuck out of him. And Nightwing's like, no, the fuck, we are not.
We are not doing
gonna do
that.
that. And the way I like it is that Nightwing has gone full on like I really love the way Nightwing is in the story. He's like kind of the leader of this whole thing because he has stepped the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
the world, everyone needed
I
him
feel like
to.
he does that every couple of years, though.
But
You know
this
what I mean? Like
seems
everyone else
like
sucks, and
he
Dick
is.
Grayson has to
This
do good.
is like this feels like the moment where it's like, no, but we actually like we're not just saying it, we're doing it. Like
Mm.
they kept saying like Nightwing is stepping up, but in this he just does, and you just listen to him like, yeah, this guy's in charge. But Bart is basically saying, yeah, we're gonna kill him, and then Dick interrupts her sentence and just goes, "This discussion is closed."
Oh, that's sick.
She says, "With all due respect, the boy will end. The boy will end us until we end him." And then the discussion is closed. We're literally not going to talk
Fuck
about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I
That's
love
good.
that.
I
Yeah,
like
it's a
that.
very
Yeah.
Batman of him. But Amanda Waller has Amazos around that have the powers of the Justice League that they've
Oh, I
stolen.
saw this. Yeah, that's right. I saw
And
this.
Failsafe tells Amanda Waller, he's like, I'm doing a diagnostic on the Amazos, and it seems like by absorbing their powers, they've also absorbed their moral their moral compass.
What?
He says it's something they bargain they're taking more than we'd bargained for. They begin to absorb slivers of their target's morals. And Amanda Waller just screams going, you're telling me goodness is a fucking superpower. Just the idea that this universe is so goody two shoes that you can literally transfer the good of your superpower to someone that takes it. And Amanda Waller being evil and just being like, you gotta be fucking kidding me that it's actually contagious.
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, that
But that's a
hope is
good thing.
actually
That's a good thing
contagious.
for these characters, though.
Yeah, I like that. It's just fun. I like that. And also she's gonna create a multiversal team to destroy the world or whatever. That's how it ends.
Okay.
Barry's there. Yeah. Anyway, other than that, I got a bunch of books.
Daredevil. I read Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Not a hell of a lot happened. Turns out Wilson Fisk is actually repenting. Wilson Fisk is bawling in this issue, bro. He's like like tears down his face, going, "Forgive me, father." And I was like,
Oh, I think when he's
yeah,
bawling, like he's like
yeah,
fucking
no,
sick. Yeah.
yeah, no, he's fucking, yeah, no shit.
He's bawling
He's
his eyes
Chicago
out because
Bulls
he's
era
crying.
Michael Jordan. It's fucking unreal, bro.
He's crying,
Um,
you're saying.
yeah, no, he's like, yeah, he's balling. Um,
Bawling, yes.
he's bowling. And then Matt is just like, I literally can't deal with a crying kingpin right now. I'm out. And Electra's like, what the fuck? And he just leaves. And that's it. And then like he hunts around for one of the missing kids for a bit. Uh yeah, nothing really happens. And at the end of the book, he's just like, I'm fucking done living this double life. And he sets his father outfit, his priest outfit on fire. So like,
Oh, cool.
yeah, it was like not a lot happened. It was
Uh,
fine. I'm I know Bullseye. Bullseye is currently possessed with a new devil. And he looks like a big green. Like we haven't fully seen him, but he looks like a big green werewolf, and
oh,
that's
epic.
exciting. Like a big green werewolf fire. Um, but I'm sort of missing. You remember the early issues? How like every issue it was like a new character showed up that was possessed by something, and we had
Yeah.
like Wolverine possessed, and they had that big fucking fight where Daredevil was in the white suit and he's like fighting Wolverine, and it's
Mhm.
so sick. I'm like, I'm missing that a little bit. I'm like, give me like the
I want a
Sentry
cool fight.
possessed with
Yeah.
Sloth or something. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. Good
The
stuff.
other the
I'll
other
also,
big book I read. Oh, what we can say real quick.
oh, it was just going to be
Go for
about
it.
Doctor Strange. I haven't finished the run yet. I'm on issue 10 or 11, so I've got like seven to go.
Uh,
But I was saying to you guys in the chat, it's very exciting to jump in on this and realize that the whole story of this book is paying off a story that was set up in Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme from the 90s that
mhm.
like was never addressed. They always had every time Doctor Strange visited the Vishanti were like, "Thank you, Doctor Strange, for fighting in our war for 5,000 years." And Doctor Strange would go, "No problem. I don't remember it, but you are absolutely welcome." And we had no idea what happened in that. And the story that they're spinning out of it, I just think it's so cool that Jed McKay has taken this thing and went, "Hey, how
Yeah.
about we do tell this story? Because it feels like a fucking story you should tell." And that was the issue that I was sending you guys, where it's Doctor Strange for 5,000 years losing his moral compass in this war. And
Mhm.
it's so sick. It's so
I
sick. I
gotta
think
definitely
I'll
catch
talk
up
about it
on
when
it.
I
I'm not.
finish the
I
when I
gotta
finish the
read it, man.
run. It's good
I
stuff.
Yeah, Jed McKay, man.
He's fucking good, bro.
The other book that came out this week, I haven't read it yet. Exceptional X-Men. This is the last
Oh, I
X
saw
book I'm
that
giving a
issue one.
chance. After Krakoa, I'm just not really into it. I'm not into
Yep.
like I haven't read it yet, so this like I said, I'm just giving this one a chance. But I'm not into. I miss Krakoa. You know what? I never wanted to
Yeah.
leave Krakoa. It
Mm.
doesn't make any sense to me moving backwards from Krakoa. But whatever. Like it feels like the end of the X-Men, but they lost because you know what I mean?
Oh man,
It's like
that
it feel for
sucks.
me that's what it feels like, the sad ending to the X-Men, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, you guys never will win and never will have anything ever, you
Making
know?
me depressed. I don't even care
But
about
that's
the X-Men
literally
now.
what it is, you know. It's fucked up. I just the idea behind getting rid of all of Krakoa, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ultimates issue number 4. Dennis Camp Phil Noto. This was the issue that promised to tell us the story of 6160 Reed Richards and what the fuck happened to him.
Mm.
And it was just one of, I'm not going to go crazy hyperbole here, but definitely one of my favorite comics that I've read in a while. In a
Mm.
while, just single
Mm.
issues I've read and been like, yeah, this is why I fucking like these things, you know?
Yeah.
This is why these things work. This is why they're important. This is why they're fucking art in a while.
I have such a strange comparison for this issue.
Here we go.
It felt like watching Oppenheimer.
It felt like watching. No. I see it in the way that
You
the
get you like
panels.
you know
Yeah,
when things are cutting, we're cutting back and forth between things and they're all
yeah.
building up,
You
and
read it
like it
digitally,
felt
right?
like that, and I was like, oh man, like it
You read it
was really
digitally, right?
sick. I did, yes.
So here's something cool you
Legally.
might not have noticed reading it digitally, the way the pages are set up. But basically, you know how we're taught to read American modern comics is all the way down. You
Yes.
know, One,
What?
two, three,
Iron
four.
Man Stark rocks on, war ignites in Iron
Yeah, let's
Man.
go. Boom.
Woo! Big
Real
sword.
quick,
Anyway.
every page in this book is 4 panels.
Yes, yeah.
There's
It
20
was
pages in
very
this
easy,
book. It's 100
very
panels. It's
easy to
cool.
read.
Yeah.
It was deliciously easy. Yeah.
But one thing that you definitely did not notice reading it digitally is that this book can be read obviously the way normally straight all the way down, but it can also be read across.
Across, yeah, yeah.
It tells the sequential order of the panels across the two
Yeah, that's
pages,
cool.
right? So
That is cool.
you have multiple ways of reading it. Like, and I went back actually read it across and as opposed to reading it that way, the first way. And like just reading it across, you gotta get a different experience.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
cool. It is
That
very
is
cool. And
really
it's
cool.
a cool experimentation of doing this. Again, every page is 4 panels. This is the 4th issue. We're talking about the Fantastic Four. It's
Mm.
it's just it's just cool. It's just
When
cool.
did they explain in this how Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom? Because I know Dennis Camp
You didn't
promised
get
that
you didn't
in
scan
this
the QR
issue.
code at the end.
Ah, fuck.
You
If
must have
if you
missed that.
told me there was a QR code at the end of this for an extra page, I actually might kill myself on the
No, there's
show.
not. There's not. There's
Oh,
you'd
thank
kill
God.
yourself on the show.
On the
There's a
show.
QR code in the back. There's a QR code in the
And
back.
if you didn't upload it, I'd fucking haunt you.
Oh jeez. There's a QR code right in the back. You gotta scan it. Uh, um, but this okay. Reading this issue was, I don't know, but I thought it was very. It kind of got hard at points, just the level of it, just how dark and morbid and morose and brutal this issue is. Because
Yeah.
this issue, the way Dennis Camp posted to his story a guy's review besides mine, I think he posted mine to his story, but he said
Yeah, he did.
this guy wrote Ultimates 4 is a soul-crushing, heartbreaking gut punch of an issue that explores the backstory of Doom in this universe. The maker needs to die a very gruesome death.
Yeah, no, that was what I felt at dude, I felt the same thing.
And-
I was like, oh, we need to kill this guy. Like,
Yeah.
end him, please. Like,
Yes,
I'm
and I
so
was
sick
like,
of him.
I read that and I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. Like,
Yeah, kill
this
him.
guy is the most evil fucking guy
Yeah.
we've seen in a while. Like,
He's
I'm
gotta
thinking about it, I'm
go.
like, is he like, I don't know the last time we got a really incredible villain like this where he's just so scary and so unpredictable and so just
Homelander. Homelander.
just
Me what?
you know what I mean when just see he's just sinister.
Yeah, no,
He's
I
just
hate him. Like, I
I
actually just
hate
hate
him.
him.
He makes my skin crawl. You know what I mean? Like I do not like him, but also God, he's fucking cool, man. Like what a good idea.
He's a genius. But like, I guess like,
And it's
okay,
also a genius character.
bro, oh my God, the part where they're calling out to Johnny, and then the next panel is them screaming Johnny as he like burns alive, like
Yeah.
on fire.
This is another thing. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. So in
Johnny,
this
who is a
universe,
kid, burns to
yeah, we
death.
reveal that basically what happens is Reed, they're going to go into space, right? Basically, Reed knows he's been studying cosmic radiation his entire life, and he knows that this cosmic ray is coming towards Earth. So he's like, we're gonna fly into it, and he knows that they're gonna become superheroes, pretty much. Like that's kind of his idea in this. Is he
Mhm.
knows that once they do this, something incredible is gonna happen to them.
Yeah, they're destined for greatness in some capacity.
Yeah. And so Reed, he convinces them all to go. He convinces the government to spend for it. He convinces um Susan, Ben, and Johnny. And when they go up, Johnny is killed, immediately bursts into flames. Johnny is killed. He's a kid. He's like 17 or 16. Sue gets like this radiation poisoning, cosmic ray poisoning, where she starts to disappear. Like basically her cells just break apart.
Yeah,
She's going to
like,
fade into non-existence. And Ben Grimm is disgraced to the point where he commits suicide. He jumps into a rock quarry. And it's this brutal image, man. Just this absolutely brutal image. And Reed Richards is left with the guilt of this. He is left with the feeling of destruction.
point out the Phil Notto of it all is just
Yeah,
so fucking good.
unbelievably
It's
excellent. But Reed, our 6160 Reed, is left just with this feeling of like, I convinced these people to die and I deserve to pay for this.
mm,
And then he's fucking kidnapped by the Maker, who
yeah.
turns him into Doctor Doom. He basically keeps calling him Doom. He keeps establishing like this mental power over him where he's saying he has control over time. He's got control over
How far
everything.
into Game of Thrones season
Are
3
you
are you?
are you gonna ask me? Okay, you're gonna. I knew this was what you were gonna say. Is it
Yeah.
Ramsey making Theon call himself Reek?
It's so that. It is
Yeah,
that though. Like
it
it
is that.
literally
Yeah,
is
it
that. I
is that.
was
I
like,
read this
oh
and I was
wow.
like, he's gonna bring this up on the podcast.
I so is, yeah.
Yeah,
What's
but
your
it's
name?
but it's just as uncomfortable and just as
It's so
brutal,
good.
and it's.
Cuts off his dick in this too, yeah.
I
Or was
hope
that
not.
game?
I
I
really
don't
hope
know.
not.
I don't
Uh,
know. Yeah.
but I really because Reed, the Maker says to Reed, first of all, he says, I thought this quote was really good. He basically, it's very simple, but he says, "I'm the Maker. I do not make mistakes." And it's
Make
either
mistake, yeah.
it's doubly where it's like I don't make mistakes, as in like I know you're Reed Richards, because Reed is basically saying like there has to be a mistake here. You have the one person, but it's also
Yeah.
him saying I don't make mistakes, as in I've made you. I've made this universe. None
Yes.
of this is a mistake. This is all going the way
Yeah,
it
no, I
should be.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck.
like you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. You are not a mistake. Like you being here is not a mistake. And then
I
he
thought you would have
says,
been obsessed with the negative zone part.
"No,
I thought
I
that would
actually
have
thought that was kind of silly."
really, I thought that would have been like your thing. You'd be like, yo, it's actually so cool that like he has this dark place that he goes to that's like he's the opposite of what he usually is. He calls it his negative zone. I
I
thought that
thought
would
that was a
so
little
be epic.
silly. I thought that was a bit
Wow, there
silly.
you go. I would have
Yeah, there
thought.
you go.
Take that, Dennis Camp.
Sorry, Camp.
Tyler thinks you're silly and he
I think you're
doesn't want you.
silly. Um, it's one of those things where it's like they also call the time travel machines the Immortus engine, like
Yes,
that version
yeah.
of Kang, which is I think that's cool, just using those names. But he also so Maker also says to Reed, "You make mistakes, don't you, Doom? Mistakes that kill friends, ruin lives. Mistakes that blow up in your face. That's you, Doom." Again, very fun double entendre. Blow up in your face. You know,
Mm.
these things. It blew up in your face because it didn't work for you, but also blew up in your face as in Doctor Doom created a machine that blew up in
But
his face quite
his face,
literally.
yeah.
And so that's what makes you Doom, is you've also done that. You did that with the machine that you built,
There
with
was
the
another part in
spaceship.
here I thought that you would fucking love, but I can't. I mean,
Um,
I do love the argument. I mean, they're both right and wrong, but I do love Tony says, "Don't be stubborn, Doom. We can't let your ego jeopardize." And then Doom goes,
yeah,
"The billionaire boy king, pampered since the womb, accuses me of ego. Me?" Like I was like, "Oh
yeah.
shit, he really dug the Doom, bro."
He's yeah. I mean, and then we see what Maker does to his face, which is just horrific. He molds his face into
My
this.
God, you are right. Literally, all of these you could read one panel across for the
Yeah,
whole book,
exactly.
and then
Yeah,
go back to the start and read the next one across for the whole book.
yeah. Look at this. Yeah,
That's nuts. Yeah, but
it
like
is
it goes the
the
whole way
entire
through the.
book. Yeah. Um, but yeah. He does
Oh,
surgery
I
on
found the
him,
part. I found the
changes
part.
his face. What is the part?
The part that I just thought you would like obsess over was like after their argument, Doom says, "Never mind. When the mice stop dying, the Fantastic Four will return." I knew
Yeah,
it was like, oh, you are so.
I have thoughts, kind of theories coming out of this on what they're gonna build to next. Um, but just wrapping it up, we see that Reed is just watching his torture, and he's been
Yeah,
disfigured, and then he's put behind the mask, and you even get
he really is disfigured, man.
the onomatopoeia of sizzle. So fucking Maker burnt that mask onto him as well, which is just
Yeah,
horrific, right? And so now Reed believes he is Doom because he's killed all of his friends and he's living with the guilt of that. So he believes that he
yeah,
brings Doom. And we're left with the question of, we still don't really understand why Maker's done this. And it doesn't, he's the type of character where there doesn't have to be a why. It could just be because he's sadistic and wants to do like this kind of thing. Because he hates himself. He hates any Reed Richards that's happy. Like he resents all of this stuff. He thinks the world is imperfect. Um, but going into that whole when the mice stop dying, the Fantastic Four will
Yeah.
return. I think, and this going back to, remember when I said I think that the ultimate conflict of this is going it's going to end up being something with this Doom, with this version of Reed. I
Mm,
swear to God.
mm,
And I think that this issue kind of not confirmed that for me, but it's really building. I think that Doom is the Maker's secret weapon. And I
yeah.
think it's not
Okay.
in the way where you had it, where I think where he's
No, it's
literally,
definitely not.
but
Cool idea,
I
but it was never
think
gonna
the
happen.
Maker created this time bomb of a person that
Yeah.
will betray them and will go evil. Because
Wow.
I thought this was such a strange detail, Harper. This was so weird, I thought.
Is it
But
when they say where the Immortus engine is off limits
no, 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 no.
for now in a separate thing? Because that was me being like, oh, he's so like, it's gonna happen. It's an
In
inevitability.
I read these every issue, the backup page, the
I do.
page where it
Yes.
explains the lore of what's happened so far. The
Yeah.
last sentence is
He
uh
doesn't know.
instrumental in sealing away the Maker and forming this new team with Iron Lad is Doom, the broken shell of a man once known as Reed Richards, who was kept inside the dome and uncovered the Maker's secrets, though not that the Maker is himself Reed
Yeah.
Richards of another universe.
Yeah.
I think that the Maker will reveal that to Reed, to Doom, and that will break him. And then
Oh,
he will go fully Doom.
fuck yeah.
I
All
think
for it.
I just, what is that detail for? Because they don't address it in this issue.
Yeah.
He doesn't find out
Yeah,
that
no.
Reed Richards is the Maker in this issue. He's left with questions of why the Maker hates him so much. But if he's finding out that this guy is him,
Mm.
and this
Is that
he,
enough to push him? Yeah,
yeah,
completely off the edge.
this
Yeah.
is how I'm supposed to be. I am evil.
And
I am Doom because the Maker is Doom.
he also doesn't like knowing that is it less that the maker is Doom? Is it the maker is Doom? Is it less that the maker is Reed, or is it more the fact that like the maker is the reason that the Fantastic Four are all dead? And like how could another Reed Richards basically murder the
Yeah,
rest of the like would that break him?
I think it's the kind of story where
It's just both.
those are great questions that I think will be answered. I
You know what I
think.
hated in this issue?
Oh, here we go. What did you hate?
Hated.
What?
It's got nothing to do with the issue, but the fucking parody advertisements drive me insane.
Like
Deadpool and Wolverine playing
Deadpool,
basketball.
Deadpool and Wolverine have a
I got
fake
to
ad in this
Daredevil this
book.
week and it's got the same one in there, and I went,
A
thank
fake.
God I just fucking skipped over.
It's a
Fuck
fake
that
ad.
off.
Yeah, I thought it was
And
hilarious.
like
Yeah.
it annoyed me because of the placement, because it's like Iron Lad says, okay, I guess I'll leave you be. And Doom goes, that would be best. And Iron Lad, and it's like leading into the next
Next
sentence.
page. Yeah.
And then it's, yeah, please close the door behind you. I have work to do. But like, my God.
Yeah. Um, but I think what's gonna happen real quick. I think this is really cool. If I don't know if you noticed this, but when there's a panel here of Reed writing down the equations for how they're gonna make the flight.
Yeah. Oh, and then the maker is writing them down as
Yes,
well.
so you
Yeah.
see Reed's equations. No, but if you notice what it is it's the Maker changing them. He's
Oh,
changing
no
Reed's
shit. Oh, he
equations.
did too.
Yes. So he is
Oh, that's
literally the reason
depressing.
that it didn't work. Reed was correct. And
Oh,
also, here's the
I thought
this
he
is
just
why
delayed the flight. I thought that's all
no,
it was.
but he's changed the equations. What also makes that so interesting is in the 616 universe, that is what Doom swears to God that Reed Richards did to his machine when they're buddies in fucking college. When he builds the
Oh,
machine that's gonna make him see his mom in hell and it
yeah.
blows up in his face, he says, Reed Richards, I know for a fact you changed my equations. You ruined this for me. You're the reason I'm so scarred. He's
Oh, shit.
literally created Doctor Doom the same fucking way.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. And so, do you think that lends credence to the fact that like Reed, like 616 Reed actually did do that? Do you think Doom's right?
Uh, no. I don't
Okay,
think
okay.
actual Reed
Because
did
I was gonna
that.
say that'd be massively fucked up if that was true.
It would be funny. No. actually, no, it actually is because Reed told Victor, "Hey, I looked at your equations and they're wrong, and this machine's gonna blow up in your face." And
Oh,
so
okay.
Doom says, "Oh, you must have fucked with them. You know, you must have changed them."
Right, okay.
But I just think that again is like part of the reason we talked about why this Ultimate Universe is so cool is because it's meta talking about the regular 616 universe
Yeah.
and what these icons should be like. I think it is so unbelievably cool that all of these characters know that they should be the 616 versions,
Yeah.
but their stories were ripped from them. That's
Yeah.
so
So cool.
unbelievably cool. Where they had
Mm.
where Reed in this universe has to watch the regular universe and go like, this isn't me, but this is what I knew we should have been. And he's got this hole in him and he sees it. And he even mentions it in this issue. He says, like, I
Yeah,
knew that the
that something
universe
was
was
missing.
incomplete.
Yeah.
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 And that's also kind of driving him mad, is that he knew the universe was incomplete, and he can't fix it the way that it should be. He cannot do
Mm.
that. And it's kind of driving him mad. But he's like, but I guess we're gonna do things Tony's way for now.
This is a
you know, so there's just so much to talk about from this issue. It was just
this this issue
unbelievable.
solidified for me that it's the best book in this universe. Like Ultimate
It
Spider-Man
is.
is very good, I get it, but like this is so phenomenally cool. It's like the
Yeah,
best
this
comic
might be
book
the
I've read in a
best
long
Marvel
time.
book out right now.
It's insane.
This might be my
Yeah,
this
this
might be my favorite book from both of them right now. Marvel DC right now. This might be the best thing they're producing.
I had like a moment in there and I really didn't want to have it, but I was like halfway through the issue and I was like, this is good, but it's not like Tyler made it seem like this is like fucking mind blowing. Like this is crazy. And then it was like the second half of it that I was like, oh man. Like,
Yeah.
oh
And it's not
man.
just
Like I thought it was, dude, it was
like
so sad when Iron Lad's like, don't lecture me, I've lost, and Doom goes, nothing, you have lost nothing. You don't know the meaning of the word. Perhaps one day you will, but Anthony, I really hope not.
yeah.
Like it was so earnest. I was like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
it's also
remember
because
feeling
like
this bad for someone.
I love Reed Richards. I fucking love Reed Richards. He's absolutely one of my favorite characters. I love him as the leading man of the Marvel universe. He's just the adventurer that leads everyone into the light. In have you've ever heard of Marvel of Fantastic Four the End? It's basically
Yeah.
it's a future Fantastic Four story. It's meant to tell the last Fantastic Four story. And in that story, it's a universe where basically the final battle between the Fantastic Four and Doom occurred, and Reed's kids are killed in it. And instead of it being like this super depressed Reed where he's like broken and whatnot, he uses the motivation of his daughter and his son, and he leads humanity into a Renaissance era where they now
Mm-mm.
mingle amongst the stars, and everyone in this universe owes their futures to Reed Richards because he led us through the darkness. He's like Rick
That's cool.
Grimes,
Is
of
that
the
Rick?
Marvel.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. That's something I can understand.
Yeah. And I love the idea of that's Reed Richards. And this should be him. He should be that. But that was stolen from him because a different version of him hates himself so much he cannot live to see it go well. And
Yeah, my God.
so it's just so good. I think that is so good. It's just excellent. It's just so good. It's just so
I'm
good.
consulting my list to see if I can try and find the fucking issues. What
Of
was it?
what?
It would have been like when did those the end books come out?
2000s, early 2000s, the
Early
noughties.
2000. No. Wouldn't have been early
No,
2000s.
there's later ones as well, but I think they started early
Oh,
2000s.
okay. Because I'm think there was like an Iron Man the end one and a Doctor Strange the end one. The Iron Man one sucked from him. Oh yeah, it was uh
Fantastic Four the end
it was
is Alan Davis, 2007.
it was Doctor Strange the end and then What If Magic in 2018 and they were both written by oh, is it Leah Thompson?
Leah Thompson.
Fuck. Is it? What If Magic
If you guys are listening, by
2018?
the way, go read Fantastic Four the end. It's really fucking good. It's really good. It's really cool.
Leah Williams. I said Leah Thompson. That's the person from Back to the Future, isn't it? But yeah, it was like It was What If Magic, and then the Doctor Strange the End book tied into that, and so it's basically it's that cover. The cover looks so stupid. Where it's like he's chronically old, but the book that
Yeah.
book is so good because it's like two different separate issues where it's Leah Williams telling the story of like old Doctor Strange far in the universe, and like the only person he really gives a shit about is Magic and how she
Mhm.
like takes over as Sorcerer Supreme and stuff. It's good stuff. It's like Doctor Strange if he was a good dad. Love that shit. I
Which
like
could
those.
never happen.
Well, he did
I'm
it. He
kidding. I
did
know.
it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Thoughts on
Um,
the art. Thoughts on the art.
that's in the
Yeah,
art.
thoughts on the art.
Thumbs up. I like it. It's fun. It's fun.
Cool.
But yeah, Reed Richards, great guy. You know what, Pedro? I'll trust you to lead us.
Yeah,
You know,
I back it. I fully back it. I back it.
I know you do. I know you fully back
I, I fully back it. I'll put money down that it's going to be good. I'll just put money down on
it.
anything now.
No, I believe it. You know, I'm fully on board. Where I'm just like, yeah, he's I again just the man that leads us through the darkness. I like that description for Reed. You know,
Yeah.
I like that. Except for the
I like
Maker,
I like
he's a
I
prick.
like Iron Man, but if Iron Man was Doctor Doom, I
Yeah,
like that
I
a
got a
lot. That's
book
the
for
thing.
you,
I
buddy.
probably like that the most.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, does it have a really satisfying payoff at the end? Is it
you
really?
will not believe the ending.
That
You
sounds
would
like
not believe it.
we have so many like in jokes on this podcast. That might be like the new favorite one I have is just like going, you don't understand the last
The
issue of Infamous Iron
infamous Iron
Man.
Man. Well, because you didn't remember. Remember when we were talking about it after the Robert Downey Jr. casting, and
Well, I didn't remember. Like I
you said like
remembered
that
the
book's good,
maker
and I
reveal
said it
was
shit the bed, and
Mephisto.
you went,
It,
oh yeah,
yeah, it does. Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking about that because I liked the book up until that point, but it was
makers
more
in it,
when you said
fake makers in
you were
it.
like you talk about how Mephisto literally looks at the audience for like 9 pages and just goes, "You're an idiot," and I was like, "Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
he does do that, doesn't
yeah.
he?"
Mephisto looks at the
Yeah.
audience for 9 pages and said, "You wasted your time buying this book." Yeah.
That's so ballsy, man. That's so good.
Imagine, can you imagine if in the big ultimate event the maker did that? He looks at the audience and he starts explaining like, I wasn't actually all into this at all.
Yeah, that's it.
So fucking stupid. Or if the maker's Mephisto in this too.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine they open up the city, he comes out, and then he turns into the maker and looks at the audience and explains that he's been the maker the whole time and everything's
Oh
been
my
fake.
God. Dennis Cam and Jonathan Hickman are pseudonyms for fucking benders.
Oh
Oh my
my
God, that's
god.
so funny.
Jesus Christ. That would break my heart. That would break my heart.
I thought it would be like Arkham Origins where you have Black Mask for the game and then it's just the
He
Joker
puts
under
on
the
he puts
Black
on the mask
Mask
and he's a
mask.
Joker. Yeah.
So
14
stupid.
months ago, or 14 months remaining, by the way. How you feeling about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Next November.
It's weird how soon it is. Like it
No,
feels
yeah. I remember a
like I
year
know
ago
like
reading Ultimate Invasion
what episode of the podcast will we be in that?
in 50 in well, that's in more than 52. It's like 64 weeks.
Jesus Christ. Will we even be around? That's like
I
330
hope
something.
that's 340
40, yeah.
something, yeah.
343.
Yeah.
I'm saying that now. I
I
have
don't
no
remember what
idea.
episode this is even. 283?
283. Yeah.
So 347, 348, 347.
Wow. We will not.
Yeah, that's too
That's
much.
a lot of
We're
podcasts.
gonna at
That's too
least have
much.
rebooted with younger, sexier us's. You know,
No. It wouldn't be hard to. I'm so old.
can you imagine we recast us if we
I feel like
reboot?
I feel like I should let the audience know because it wasn't until after the podcast you guys asked me, but you guys had your whole Rizzler thing at the end of last week, and I was sitting there just dumbfounded. And then after it ended, you guys went, "Harper, do you have any idea what we're talking about?" And I went, "No, I'm too old. I don't know."
Have you caught up on the lore since?
I've caught up on some of the lore. Yeah, I saw. Bring up the one that we mentioned the other day. He likes Halloween, so I'm all
Yeah,
for the
the
Rizzler.
Rizzler likes the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
He
Um,
and
it's
he started second grade today. So good for him.
that is how long do you think this one's gonna last?
This what?
Oh, like this child's life. No, the meme. Like, how long do you think like the
Oh,
interest in this will last?
you asking me if it's gonna last for longer or shorter than Huactua?
Oh, that is exactly the metric I was thinking of. I
I
promise
knew.
you.
I saw it
In
in
my
your head.
mind, you saw it in my eye. Yeah.
I'm gonna say longer. Did you not
Yeah.
hear today though that she's releasing a podcast called "Let Me Hawk to You,"
I just like.
and it's gonna be, or maybe it's Hawk Talk. I forget
Do
what
you
it's
remember? Do you
called.
remember Joey,
Joey?
the Friends spin-off that only
Oh,
lasted
you
for a
know, I don't know
season?
about Joey.
Joey.
Yeah,
I feel like all of these things are Joey.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's just all Joey. Always
Here's
has
the
been.
thing. Here's my here's my opinion again on something that no one that listens to this podcast came here to listen to. But the Costco guys and the Rizzler, Big Justice and the Rizzler are friends right now, obviously. But I genuinely think that they should do like a storyline where Big Justice betrays him like Seth Rollins did Roman
I
Reigns.
knew you were gonna go WW fucking on it.
I genuinely fucking believe that they should do that and then just make videos of like them having been betrayed and them going to war. Just fuck it. Just make it a storyline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're in it. You're in it for the theater of it all.
Because I
You got the
saw a
theater.
post. I literally saw like a tweet that was like, yeah, when Big Justice betrays the Rizzler, and it was a picture of Seth betraying Roman Reigns, and I was like, that is the idea. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Just the idea of seeing that, I would lose my mind. I would be so
Yeah,
happy.
I will not be there for it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I gotta
All right.
say, we are we are holding this shit down.
Yeah.
Like the reboot really might just come at the cost of just getting rid of the other two,
The
or
reboot,
alter.
yeah,
Or we just leave. We
which
just
we
leave.
recently relaunched as well as at issue number 1 with all new, all different a hero story. And it
Except it
seems like,
wasn't an issue one.
yeah, but it
I
seems
would have
like
loved that.
we've just written some characters out, or
Yeah,
they've spun off into their own solo books, and now they
yeah,
only periodically pop in here. So it's
yeah.
like,
That's a
what
good
the
point.
fuck? Where are
You
they?
who's
Hunter had to go
you're
do
Miles and
laundry.
I'm
Hunter said he had
Ironheart
to
or
go to the
something.
laundromat, and that's why he couldn't
Is
be
that
on
what he
this
said?
podcast.
Is
Yeah,
that what
he
he
had to do
said?
laundry. He had to do
He
laundry. He
read
couldn't be
Ultimates
here.
too.
Fucking piece of shit. And then JD has the nerve to die.
Just
And
like what? Just
Hunter says,
okay.
"Okay,
To
shut
a
up."
thing that I said to you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gutted that my fucking Thrawn hot toy is not here yet.
But yeah, we are holding it down.
We are
It's kind of become our
holding it down.
podcast. I think again, I think people don't listen to at least if it's you and me, I think people are listening for the fucking tangents. I think people are here
Oh
to
my
hear
god.
us not yap about nonsense.
I gotta show the podcast this. This shit was so funny. I'm gonna screenshot it.
What is it?
It was oh my god.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get up, have a shower, make a nice coffee, sit on my couch, and read Ultimates 4. I sure hope it's a nice book I can relax to, is what Harper said. And then I sent the picture of Walt in the van yelling at Hank
Hank!
in Ozymandias,
Hank!
or the episode
So
before.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he did email me. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my God,
He
Hunter
has
emailed.
no idea that I've like shown that photo at length on this podcast and be like,
Yeah.
this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I just flashed one of my emails there too. I might have
I
to
think you
blur
flashed
that.
his as well.
Yeah, I did.
I'll see what I can do.
And
Man.
his phone number. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I can blur it on YouTube. Fuck.
All right.
It's work that I have to do now. Damn it.
It's good stuff.
All right.
And his address.
It's his actual. Yeah,
But yeah,
whoopsie.
we are holding it down. It's our podcast now. I think people listen for the tangents, and you know what? I think I'm gonna start reading books more. I think I really am.
I'm fucking loving it, man. I'm so excited to finish Doctor Strange and then catch up on like the 4 issues of Vader I'm behind on,
Mhm.
and then I'm free. And then I'm
When I
free to
finish
do whatever.
when I finish Secret Wars, when I get to all my books in Secret Wars and then I read Secret Wars, I'm like, I'm done with comic books for a bit after that. I've done it.
Mm.
You know, like I've gotten to a point. I'm gonna continue in a bit. I'm like, I'm gotta focus on. I want to read. I want to read a Bond novel. You know, I love James Bond.
Yeah.
You know, I love James Bond.
Yeah, you do.
Which I don't know if the podcast
Yeah,
really knows that, but I do love. I have an obsession with James Bond.
no, you've got an
Um,
actual obsession with James Bond.
and I think he's neat.
Oh my
And I want
god,
to
that
read one of
must
the
have
books.
started from your fucking Sam Ryder series or whatever the fuck it
Alex
was.
Rider. Yeah, there we go. He traced
Alex
it all
Rider,
the way.
yeah. Oh my
I have, hold up.
god.
Here we go. Here we go. Fun thing to show on the podcast just for
Here we
fun.
go.
Boom. All of the Bond movies.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love James Bond. And Ian Fleming, fun fact about Ian Fleming, was in World War II, Navy soldier, knew a guy named James Bond, named his character
Fuck yeah.
after him.
Awesome.
And so I want to read at least a good one. I hope they're good. I hope they're not like shit. I want to read Casino Royale.
They'll have to be good to some extent.
Yeah, because Casino is the best movie.
There is not a James Bond novel you will read that will have a child gangbang in a sewer.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that.
You don't know that. That'd be wild.
I've read Bond comics, and they're actually fucking good, man. Like they're really good. It's like it's kind of that side of Bond that Craig is kind of, where it's like, oh yeah, this guy's a heartless killer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You seen is it GoldenEye, where there's the guy
that Brosnan.
who, yeah, that's a Brosnan one, but there's a scene, I think it's GoldenEye, where he's wrestling with a guy for the gun, and he points the gun at the guy's face, and the guy might say like, it's just, you know, this is just my job, and Bond goes, mine too, and he just pulls the trigger. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's that kind of Bond where he's just like, he's a brute.
Cool.
He doesn't care.
I like that.
Yeah.
I said my ranking of the Craig ones, and you said that it was the correct ranking, which I felt quite vindicated on. I thought maybe you would think Spectre is better than Quantum of Solace, but I don't think Quantum. I hate Spectre too. That might be one of the worst like third acts to a movie I've ever seen.
Because it's like 5 hours long.
Pages of people stapled to the wall going, I did it. It was me, Blofeld. I did it.
Like, and I'm your brother.
And I'm your brother, James Bond. Oh my god, that was so bad.
And look at Batista. He's got metal sheets for thumbnails.
That's right.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Quantum of Solace is that bad.
What's her name is good in it? Taskmaster. She's in it, right? Her name is Camille. She's great.
Yeah.
She's the Bond girl of that movie. I mean, she plays Taskmaster in Black Widow. Olga something.
I don't know what any of those things are.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, she's good in it. The villain's dog shit. Villain in
I don't even remember. It's a bureaucrat guy.
Yeah, his name is it's like Frederick or something.
Yeah.
Here we go. More tangents on the podcast. I thought we were gonna end it soon, but you know what? Quantum of Solace.
Let the sky fall.
Best Bond song? Is that the best one, you think?
No, dude, you know my name by fucking Chris Cornell. I fucking
his name
love that
is Dominic
song,
Green. That's his name.
What?
Yeah,
Come
Dominic
on.
Green. Really, you think that's the best Bond song? I love Live
I
and
fucking
Let
love
Die,
that song.
dude.
I love Live and Let Die too. I do, but I also have a very
Skyfall
strange opinion. I have a strange opinion that I like Paul McCartney and Wings maybe more than the Beatles. So you know.
Oh, interesting.
It's a random opinion.
Well, what about Skyfall? Skyfall's a 10 out of 10. Not the movie.
I love Skyfall. I love the
movie, but the song.
I fucking love No Time to Die. I think that is hard as hell.
I think that movie's great.
Yeah, I mean the movie,
and
but I mean the song.
And the Billie Eilish song, yes.
Yeah, like both of those things are good.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what was the song for Quantum of Solace.
Oh, it's Alicia Keys. Another ringer for the slick trigger finger for Her Majesty. Yeah.
No, not good. And then the Spectre one was Sam Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which was, I mean, anything would have been hard to follow Skyfall.
Writings on the Wall, is that what it was?
Yeah. Skyfall by Adele. What a song.
Yeah, I know. Like, you're fucked. You can't compare.
You're never going to follow it.
Yeah.
Who do you think? This will be the last thing I ask you, then we could fucking end the podcast. Who are you going to cast as the new Bond? You're Barbara Broccoli. You're Albert Broccoli. You're the head of the Broccoli family that runs James Bond, that runs Eon. Who you
Aaron
cast?
Taylor Johnson. No. I don't hate that casting actually, but
I'm not a fan.
I don't know what your opinion on this is. I thought it was verging on obsessive, but I
Idris
did
Elba.
agree with the fucking bandwagon that Idris Elba would have been the coolest motherfucker to ever
Yeah,
do
he's
it.
just too old now.
He is too old
Unless
now.
you do a
So if I
spin-off
had
one movie where he's
John
old Bond.
Boyega, I don't know.
John Boyega, I've thought a lot about John Boyega. That'd be an absolutely, I think that'd be a great choice. Um,
um,
Different kind of Bond, obviously. Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
no, I don't think I have.
Henry Golding, look him up. I think James Bond
Name
written all
sounds
over
familiar.
him. I think
Oh,
Bond.
oh, wait. No, I definitely do. Wait. Let me. Yes. This motherfucker. What else is he in?
I don't know what you Snake Eyes. I think.
Oh my God, I think that is what it is. That is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
but for me, he's
God.
got James Bond written all over him. I
Yeah,
think he'd be awesome.
yeah. Okay. I can't believe that's what I was thinking of him from. Yeah, absolutely. It was Snake Eyes. What the fuck?
uh,
Oh my
uh,
God.
Regé Paul, however you pronounce it, the Bridgerton guy. People think him.
I've got the perfect casting.
Here we go. Robert Down. And that's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Remember to be a hero. Send us emails. I still agree. Herostorypod at
Robert Downey
gmail.com.
Jr., but he's doing the
Herostorycomics at
Sherlock accent.
gmail.com
He's doing the Sherlock accent. It's good.
is James Bond.
Aim for the ribs. Explosive punch. Parry the blow.
And
Hammer to the head.
remember, every second is a gift. Blah.
Fucking hell.